It all started back in 2022, senior year of high school. I was 18, just trying to figure things out, you know? Met this girl, and we just clicked. Everything felt easy with her. We laughed, talked for hours, the whole damn thing. A couple months later, we made it official. Fast forward to 2023, we graduated, and the plan was to head off to separate universities in August. But summer hit, and we had way too much time on our hands. One night we weren't careful. Next thing I know, she's pregnant. Smack. Biggest mistake of my life, getting her pregnant like that. I was scared shitless. My family, her family, everyone jumped on our backs. You gotta do the right thing, they all said. You're getting married. So, in January 2024, we tied the knot. My second biggest mistake. 2 kids who had no business getting married, pressured into it because of a baby. This ain't the 40s, for Christ's sake. She went through the whole pregnancy, gave birth 9 months later. A couple months after that, the baby died. Undetected heart condition. Just like that, gone. It was devastating, man. We were both wrecked. I thought we were pulling through it, though. We had to. What else were we gonna do? The fall semester was coming up. I'd switched universities, and she was doing online courses. We decided to get a 1-bedroom apartment, finally living on our own, self-sustained. First time we were truly independent. We were married, yeah, but it was just because of the kid. Now the kid was gone, and it was like, why were we even still together? Within a month or 2 of signing that lease, she started cheating. Looking back, I should have seen it. I was buried in schoolwork, commuting, always exhausted. She had it easier, working full-time from the apartment, doing her classes online. 40 hours for her versus my 65 or 70. And she still had the nerve to bitch about me not cleaning enough. Nothing changes, right? Even after losing the baby, and as heartbreaking as that was, you gotta pick yourself up and move on. That's all you can do. The signs were there, clear as day, but I was 19 and dumb. She spent more time online, isolated herself more, less physical interaction. The biggest red flag was her attitude towards cheating. It went from, deal breaker, absolutely not, to, it's not a big deal. I'm sure she was glued to her phone, staying out late, all that shit. But I just didn't put it together. At least now I know what to look for. She cheated for 5 months before she finally told me. People will say, oh, she was messed up because of the baby. Yeah, anyone would be messed up. But that doesn't give you a pass to do that to your husband. Here's the twisted part, the part where I actually won, which sounds completely ass backwards. I got hit by a car. I know, right? Weird as hell. But honestly, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. This case is still active, so I can't go into every detail. But it was a company vehicle at fault, severe injury, deep pockets. This happened about 6 months ago, and I'm still in physical therapy. Probably a year until I'm fully recovered, but I feel alright. The thing is, I'm basically guaranteed a couple $100,000 once everything settles. Found that out in December 2024. They're gonna settle, no doubt. Lawyers are gonna get their cut. I'll pay for my PT and medical bills, but I'll still walk away with a ton of cash. My injury wasn't like I lost a leg or anything. Just banged up, but enough to make a case. Due to the injury, I had to stay at my parents' place for 6 weeks. Couldn't manage the stairs to our apartment. While I was gone, my ex actually told me she liked being there alone. Wonderful thing to hear when you almost got killed a few weeks prior. She was definitely cheating on me at that point. I was still oblivious, but I started planning for the future. While I was laid up, I started seeing financial advisors, making plans to pay off our debt and all that. I don't know if that pissed her off or what, because I was trying to take care of our finances like any responsible guy would. I wasn't working because of the injury, but it created tension for some reason, even though we were about to be financially free. Whatever. She eventually told me about her cheating in March 2025. I filed for divorce immediately. And it surprised her. Surprised her. Like, in her head, this dumbass was gonna stay with her. Good for him. I had told her from the jump that cheating was a deal breaker. I made her sleep on the couch until she found a new apartment. I had to start working a lot more, which was tough with my recovery, but you gotta do what you gotta do. My theory is she felt bad about the cheating and thought she didn't deserve the settlement. I can't imagine the guilt after 5 months of that shit. But honestly, I don't know, and I don't care why. I just know I was able to protect myself. She didn't try to get any of the settlement money. I also found out her mom was pissed she told me about the cheating because they wanted her to get some of the settlement. Shocker. Her mom's a scumbag, a real piece of work. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, as they say. Her mom's apparently a big cheater too, and just a mess. It shows you the learned behavior. And how uneducated they are, thinking she'd get any of it. It's my money, for future medical costs. The only way she could get half is if I put it in a joint account. At least where I live. Besides, I made her agree to an uncontested divorce. More like my lawyer made that happen. And 2 weeks after she left, she started sleeping around with a bunch of guys. That's what they do. Just goes to show she was the problem all along. While she's out there doing that, I'm in therapy, taking my time. I honestly feel a lot better. I haven't gotten into a rebound relationship, because that's just stupid and it never works. Most women, when they break up with a guy, they've already got a replacement lined up. It's rare they take time to work on themselves. They say they're going to, but it's usually just with another dick. Men, we usually spend time on our own for a while. I even added a new dating rule: don't date anyone that believes they don't need their medication. Yeah, that's my cheating story. I don't hate her, and I've forgiven her. I wish her the best. My biggest advice to anyone dealing with a cheater is to turn your anger and sadness into ambition. And that's what I'm doing. It's a weird story, I know. She cheated, but the silver lining is I got hit by a car. Yeah, I was injured and banged up, but I'm getting a big settlement out of it. My lawyers will too, but I'm starting my life over. I never would have married her if she hadn't gotten pregnant. And that was a terrible idea, obviously. But I was young, made dumb mistakes, we all do. And I got pressured by both families. But look, if you get a girl pregnant, and it's your kid, then yeah, it's your responsibility. But that doesn't mean you have to get married. No matter what anyone says. I know some people will get pissed off about that, but it just doesn't work. Some will say, it worked for my grandparents. Yeah, well, your grandparents probably weren't happy either. They were forced into it or shamed into it. In the comments section, a lot of people were giving me a hard time for various things. Someone said, "Yikes, her whole family seems nuts." I responded, "Yeah, they have a weird family dynamic. Her mom walked out, cheated, got a couple DUIs, came back. Her parents don't even sleep together. Dad sleeps in the guest room, mom sleeps in the living room on a mattress, and her sister sleeps in the master bedroom. Yeah, that's messed up." This guy asked, "Didn't you know how messed up her family was when you started dating her? You gotta pay attention to your girl's family." Another guy said, "If I lost a child, the last thing I would give a shit about is whether or not I won. You guys are obviously extremely mature and deserve each other." And I shot back, "Yeah, you stay with someone that is mentally unhinged, get punched in the face, and see if you still like them. I didn't mention everything because it's none of y'all's business. Talk about maturity, but here you are assuming shit. Also, try looking for the positivity in life, you old rag." Yeah, that's where the part about the meds came in. She was getting violent with me, and I had to put up with it for too long. But I wasn't going to anymore. Another comment, "Damn, thanks for sharing, your life is so sad. I can't imagine proudly sharing that I won against my wife by being severely injured in a car crash against the mother of my dead child. What do you mean you thought you got through it? Your kid dying is a footnote over your victory. What did you win? Now you get free money to continue living as a man without any merits. Crazy you feel good about yourself after all this?" And I said, "What am I supposed to do, mope around feeling sorry for myself? Nope. You move on, you try again. That's a very mature attitude, honestly. I messed up big time by not wearing protection, getting her pregnant, and then marrying her. And again, we can debate if it was even my kid. But sad, horrible things happen in life, and you have to move on. I'm young, and I think I'm just happy to be away from the bullshit and be divorced. It's a different story, a little weird, but it was sent to me, and I had to cover it. The guy made out, and I hope he definitely learned his lesson. And I like the fact that she's not getting any of the settlement. Good for him. He gets to rebuild his life, smarter and stronger. It was a hell of a ride, but I'm out now. And that, my friends, is a win.